This is Friday, October the 25th, 2024 at 8:45 a.m. New Mexico time. And we're coming into Roswell, New Mexico, where they have had some recent flooding, and I can see off to the right, you probably can't, but I can see debris in fence lines along the road, and you can rest assured they had a hell of a flood here. Yes, sir. Yeah, you can see it was across here. Yeah, it would have been a disaster. This was all underwater, all right here. All underwater. There's debris on both sides of the road. The fence line, you can see where the water went over the fences. Here, it went across here, on the highway, across that bridge. Yeah, it was definitely a hell of a flood. They didn't get a whole lot of rain. It's just that the way this land is fairly flat in here, apparently, there wasn't enough runoff to get it out of the way, and it backed up and flooded parts of the city here in Roswell. But we're on the outskirts coming from the east going west on Highway 380. And we got a ways to go just to get to the downtown area. But I can see that it's still wet on both sides of the road. And this is 5 days after the flooding. Yeah, there was a trench there to the right that was full of water. And yeah, I'm sure they're still cleaning up the mess. But some of these places, like right in here, looked like it wasn't too bad. I don't see any debris on the fences here on either side of the road. So this apparently was high and dry. Well, high, maybe not too dry because of the rain. Yeah, if you saw anything on YouTube, but videos of the flooding, it was horrible. The parts of the city were underwater. And but right in here, coming in on 380 again from east going west, I don't see any debris in the fences. It looks like there's some horses out there, and they're standing on dry ground today. Of course, it's 5 days later. Don't see anything coming across the bridge here. But we'll let this go. We'll go all the way through downtown Roswell and out the other side, and you'll see what I see. Cotton fields on the right. Yeah, that late rain didn't do that cotton much good. I'm sure they lost that crop. We're at the junction of Highway 254 and 380 going east. Excuse me, west. We're going west. Oh, there's some. Okay, now we're getting back into some of the flooding here on the fences on the left side. The debris line is about 2 feet up on the fence, so that means that this road would have been flooded right here. Both sides of the road. Well, the right side of the road shows some debris up about a foot on the fence, so this was probably underwater also, right here. The guy has a pecan orchard on the left. They got plenty of water, I'm sure. Still debris on the fences up about a foot or so. We've got a wind blowing from the right to the left. The wind is kind of out of the northeast. Roswell, New Mexico, the home of the aliens. Not much flooding here. Well, there is some too. I'm checking the fences to see levels of debris, and so far it wasn't too bad here. Down some of these side streets it might have been a little rough. But again, this is October the 25th, several days after the flooding. And usually it's an interesting thing about floods. The day of the event is terrible, and 2 days later, in some places, you can't hardly tell it happened. Again, on the fence line on the right, I don't see any signs of debris up on the fences, so apparently there might have been some water across the road here, but not very deep. This is all speculation on my part. I hope you know that. Just going by the sign, it looks like there might have been some water across the road here also. Roswell, New Mexico, Friday morning. Gasoline is $2.96 a gallon at the first station we come to for regular unleaded. No flooding indications here. Doesn't mean it wasn't underwater, it just means it doesn't show it now. Yeah, across the street there you can see, well, you can't, but you just barely could see it. You wouldn't be able to see it in the video anyway. There's some debris along a fence there. So if there's debris there, this would have been underwater here. You know, whenever you go through a town like this in a motor home and you're 11 feet high or so, if you'll stay in this lane rather than get in the slow lane on the right while you're in town, you're better off. And the reason is, occasionally you'll come across an area where the trees have grown and they're hanging over the street. And if you're in that right lane, like see that tree there, even though it's not reaching too far out, if you were in a big motorhome, Class A, then there's a good chance that that tree would hit the RV. Of course, people that are in their cars and pickups behind you think you're an idiot for not getting over the slow lane, but rest assured, the best place to be is right where I am right now. I don't see any well, you can see the mud in the street here. So yeah, this was all flooded here for sure. Those old dogs, though. Mutt and Jeff, huh? Yeah. I'll probably hit every red light, so. That little green looking truck over there on the right on the corner of the street, that's what you call a half track. You know, the back wheels are turning a track. So I got a big dog, a little dog. One of them looked like a bloodhound. Now there's a dog that's all nose. Yeah, it was flooded here. You can see the debris up on the sidewalks around. So this was underwater here. But we haven't hit a green light yet. So I guess we're going to make 100% red light. I'm in no hurry. And you know, if you want to enjoy a trip, don't be in a hurry. There's a mock-up of a rocket there on the right. I think they have well, there's something that's called the UFO rather, spacewalk. Something they've rigged up, and there's Bricktown alien attack. And then on the left here, there is a UFO museum. And believe me, in the summertime, this area is packed. You won't be able to find a parking spot on either side of the street. It's parallel parking in some places. And yeah, that UFO museum brings them. It's a good little attraction for this town, Roswell. Downtown Roswell. Okay, we can go. Well, they took off on that theme of aliens, which is a good way to bring tourists, guys. Tourists bring money. See those trees up here on the right, kind of hanging over the road? If you're in a motorhome that's 12 feet or more, some of those are going to probably touch your vehicle. See that right there? But I've learned to get over in the left lane, and see that one there, that would get you if you were pushed all the way over to somebody beside you. Roswell, New Mexico, October the 25th, 2024, 8:57 a.m. New Mexico time, 59 degrees. And every gas station is $2.99 or $2.95. I bought gasoline at Midland, near Midland, between Midland and Odessa, one day ago for $2.63 regular unleaded. Okay. As far as flooding indications here, you can just see where the mud is up on the sidewalks and in the parking lots. So yeah, it was a mess, obviously. And some of these places are still closed. You can see all the stuff out front. Yeah, this area right here was hard hit. Yeah, this was a major area of flooding. I think the annual rainfall of Roswell is probably 10 inches or so a year. They got half a year's rain in one day, in a few hours. But we'll be exiting Roswell here. I'm going to have to pull over somewhere here and take a little break. Yeah, we're, of course, coming from Texas, you gain an hour going west, because in Texas right now it would be coming up on 10 o'clock as opposed to 9 o'clock. Yeah, that parking lot there where those cars was flooded. You know, I got gnats in this vehicle, and every time I go to Denver City, that happens. You know, I don't know how they get in, but they do. You know, I think every time I went out to, you know, like hook up the electric and water there, that they just came in, and but they're paying a hell of a price. Allsup's is a big grocery gas station chain here in New Mexico. I think I can pull over up here. Maybe. No. Well, I could have too. But I didn't. Yeah, what we're going to do is just kind of pull over here on this wide strip here, and what that'll do. But anyway, guys, from Roswell, New Mexico, we're out to the right here. That was all underwater, obviously. There's debris up here in the road straight ahead. So yeah, they did have one hell of a flood, no doubt. So guys, enjoy your life, enjoy your day, and yeah, I'm on my way to Carrizozo, and I thought I'd show you Roswell after the flood. Now I'm going to take a little break right here on the side of the road for a while, fix me a little snack, and life goes on. So thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye, buy anything you want, anytime. But if you think about it, use the link to Amazon products in the description of all of my videos. Why? Doesn't cost you a penny. Just click on the link and go to Amazon and get what you want. Yeah, drink plenty of water, stretch, walk, stand guard at the door of your mind, and if you can, slow down, slow down, Anyway, adios amigos, bye-bye.